Welcome to our lesson on reading pressure gauges. Today, we'll learn how to properly read and interpret pressure measurements using different types of gauges. Let's start by looking at a typical pressure gauge. This circular gauge has a dial that typically ranges from 0 to a maximum pressure reading. The dial is marked with major and minor divisions, similar to a clock face. A needle points to the current pressure reading. To read a pressure gauge, first identify the major scale divisions. Each major mark typically represents 10 units. Then look at the minor divisions between the major marks. Each minor division typically represents 2 units. The needle points to the exact pressure reading. In this case, our needle is pointing to 35 psi, pounds per square inch. Pressure gauges can measure different types of pressure. Absolute pressure is measured relative to a perfect vacuum, while gauge pressure is measured relative to atmospheric pressure, and differential pressure measures the difference between two pressure points. Pressure can be measured in various units. Common units include psi, pounds per square inch, pascals, bars, and atmospheres. It's important to know which units your gauge is using to avoid measurement errors. When working with pressure gauges, always follow these safety guidelines. Never exceed the maximum rated pressure of the gauge, ensure regular calibration and maintenance, and inspect for any physical damage before use. Remember, accurate pressure readings are crucial for safety and proper equipment operation. Always take your time to read the gauge carefully and verify the units being used.